block for Parliament.
At 17 years old, I was one of those interns working out of his office, riding around in the Luke vans, getting people registered to vote.
So I look as Luke as the father of Miami. But Luke, I just want to say I love you and I appreciate you and I'm grateful for you. I'm happy for you. Be proud. Luke Campbell Way, Liberty City, Dade County, 305. Make some noise for Uncle Luke.
Everybody that's out here, they're out here because we all got something in common. And what we have in common is we help. We help kids like this. Gil Green helps and inspire. DJ Epps helps and inspire. Devontae Friedman helps and inspire. DJ Khaled helps tremendously inspire. My good friend Stan the Man over there helped. E-Class, who was here, helps and inspire. These guys do a lot of things that you all don't even know. I mean, teach, owns a restaurant, helps and inspire. I mean, that is what it's all about. Hello. Oye. Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo está? How is everybody doing? All of my friends. My friends, are you here? Yo, welcome to another edition of the Uncle Luke Show podcast. We are brought to you by Luke Records. Yes, Luke Records. We are brought to you by Luke Records. Luke Records. I was just checking to see if we were on Instagram. Not Instagram, but X. And it seems like we're having technical difficulties over there. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Maybe they're on a delay. We're having some technical difficulties right now. I'm gonna have to go back, restart, and go back. Go back, restart, and go back. Would y'all like me to do that or not? Tell me. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me it ain't good enough for you, baby. Y'all want to restart to get the Twitter folks on here? Y'all just want me to just keep going? You tell me. What's up in the chat? Chat, y'all want to bring YouTube, not to YouTube, but y'all want to bring the people from yeah, they're here. I see them. There you go. They are here in Twitter land, my friend. They are here. Hey, welcome to another edition of the Uncle Luke Show podcast. It's brought to you by no other than Luke Records. Yes, Luke Records is where you get all of your Luke gear. You get all your Luke gear right here. And that's what it's all about. So we are live, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on YouTube, Facebook fan page, Snap, X, Instagram, TikTok, all of these things at one time. All of them at one time, people. We're on all of my social media platforms. Because I think y'all need to hear about this. I'm talking about my campaign. I'm talking about my trip to the Breakfast Club, and I had a beautiful time at the Breakfast Club. I'm talking about, man, y'all got Caitlin Clark. We ain't found out who unalive Nolan Wells. There's a lot of things going on. We have the Palestinians got their own little Democratic Party thing going on within the Democratic Party, similar to what the Israelis got going on, the AIPAC. It's a lot of things going on here. You got Donald Trump executive orders, new executive order. You know, when I'm gonna get into that. When he does these wild and crazy, outlandish executive orders, you know, it's some underlying things going on while he's creating these executive orders. So it's like a smoke screen of things that are happening when he does his executive order. So again, I mean, that's a movie in itself. It's a movie in itself. Hey, right now I need you guys to like, share, and subscribe to the show on all of my platforms. Like I said, we're on Facebook. We're on Facebook fan page. We're on YouTube. We're on Snap. We're on X. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. Everybody, TikTok. You know, and I'm just saying, like, share, and subscribe. This is what it's all about. Y'all folks on TikTok, y'all get to see the Luke Show live right now. Yeah, we're live. You're gonna get it and more. You're not gonna get the feeds that they may get because StreamYard is ass and they suck. Just keep it a buck. Y'all know how I am. Speaking of keeping it a buck, I keep doing these interviews, right? And people just say, you know, they ask me a question as a candidate, and hold on before I get into that. How was you guys' day? Where y'all from? Put it in the chat. Where you from? How was everybody's day? Did you have a beautiful day today? I can't just start off by just having you guys just talk about me, you know, because it's not really about me. It's more so about you. And you're the most important piece of this show. So I want to get it twisted. Every now and then I get a little ahead of myself because I be having so much to talk about. And then for some reason I end up on here for God knows how long. Streeter comes in late. And before you know it, the man comes in this dude comes in every week, like an hour and 30 minutes in the show when I'm like getting ready to get off. What's up, Miramar? How you doing, Miramar? I'm broadcasting live in Miramar right now. I'm at the crib with no food. No food. This is bad. No food. Nothing is cooking. Nothing on the stove. Ain't no, you know how it is on a Tuesday. You smell the aromas of the pots cooking because you know you ate the leftovers from Sunday, and on Tuesday you get your brand new meal. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you got to eat out on Friday and Saturday. Then you get that big meal on Sunday. I ain't got none of that going on because I'm running a race. I'm running to be a congressman in Congressional District 20. So I have no social life. I have nothing. No social life at all. Zero. No girlfriend. No, nothing, nada. And I'm scared to talk to anybody because, you know, y'all have a toxic world going on right now. Everything is so toxic. You date a lady right now, you will be up the creek. Because before you know it, you have to be checking yourself. Am I going, I want a Birkin bag. And you say, no. Well, I'm going to call the people on you. Call the people on you, said you did something. Not right now. Maybe later. That's the world we live in, unfortunately, people. We live in a very toxic, transactional world. Everything is a transaction. You don't get the Birkin bag out of red bottoms or whatever it may be, you're liable to be going to jail. It's so bad. I'm scared to date. I'm so scared to date, especially running for Congress. No. If you have a wife, stay with your wife right now. Don't do it. Wives, you are in high demand. Your husband is going to give you any and everything you want because right now, this thing ain't playing. It's bad out here. You don't want to be single in this world. You do not want to be single out here in this world because everything is transactional. Everybody cutting deals. You know, and you'll get jammed up and It won't be no fault of yours. And people are good. They go to talking real nice until you say no. And when you say no, they, oh, he did this to me. Oh my God. And then now you're sitting up in the lockup trying to figure out, why am I here? 20 years ago, I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't get into that on this show right here. This is my podcast, but I had to just like let y'all know life is about a transaction right now. And if you really, you got to ease out of a relationship. You really got to ease. You got to ease out. You can't just like, oh, I'm leaving. I'm going to move on. I'm leaving. I'm going to get me another lady. And that's it. No, 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 no. You can't just leave like that. No. You got to ease up out of that thing. You got to kind of almost buy your way out of that thing. Like, can I send you on a trip and like move all locations? Oh God, then you'll still get hit with, oh, it happened 30 years ago. Thank God I wasn't in them kind of parties. I was not in. Y'all see, I know y'all be sitting up and like, man, Uncle Luke used to have all them wild parties. Uncle Luke used to have them shows, the concerts, the parties, the this, the that, the whoop, whoop, whoop. But meanwhile, the goody good two-shoe guys are the ones who getting locked up for all kind of wild stuff, who getting accused for all kind of wild stuff, but not Uncle Luke. No, because I'm Uncle Luke. I'm smarter than that. I know. You saw that man in the circus. It's the guy that run the 3-ring circus. Oh, we got lions over here, and we got elephants over here, and we have the tiger over here. And he never get into the ring, never get in there, engage with no animals, never get in the ring, never engage with any animals. Me, that's me. So I would sit over there like, oh, time for me to go. I'm the time for me to go guy. I'm the guy who always like, yo, it's time for me to go. So that's why I know all of my opponents who are running against me, now it's starting to get nasty. It's starting to get nasty. It is bad. It's getting bad. I mean, hey, somebody put out something on Odell. Ooh, it's getting bad. It is getting bad. I was wondering when it was going to get dirty. I was like, this is a nice, peaceful race. Nobody is getting dirty. And I'm sitting up here like, Miss Gloria sent me something on Odell. I got to post it on here. It's getting ready to get nasty. This thing getting ready to get real nasty. And I'm going to try to get it on here. But it's like I'm trying to figure out who and why and when did they decide to get exotic at what point? So, I mean, people are getting nervous. In my race, people are really getting nervous because they're seeing candidates come, they're not seeing the numbers that they expect, number one. They're seeing some totally different numbers. They're like, okay, man, in this kind of race like this, they're looking at the people coming in. I'm posting the people coming in. Look, we got you, look. We love you. We vote for you, baby. They're seeing that, and they're seeing the career politics. So here's the deal. The career politicians in my race, this is what I'm forecasting. I need people to go out there and vote. If you know anybody in Broward County, you call them up and say, man, take your ass out there and vote for Uncle Luke. This is history. This is history that we're making. This is what's happening. So in my race, you have super voters, right? The super voters, they're the people who vote in every election. We know who those folks are. They're normally anywhere from around 55 to 65, 70, 80. They're super voters. They vote in every election, primaries, whatever it is. No matter what it is, they're going to vote. Then you have people who vote in the presidential election, super voters. Then you have that extra group of people that vote in the presidential election. Then you have a group of people who have a voter's registration card that don't use it at all. They just got tired, and they just sick and tired of it, and they don't vote. So let's take, for example, this election last time, where Dell got beat by 70 points by Sheila. That's last election, she won by 70%. He'll run around and tell you, oh, I only lost by 5 votes. That was the time before. No, the last time he ran against her, it was 70%. That total amount of people in that election was about 30,000 people that voted. The total amount. That's it. Out of about 300 and some thousand. So in this election, you have 145,000 African Americans in my district, and you have 63,000 whites and another 15,000 Hispanics, and then another percentage of another group of people that don't add up to being that. So that's why if 145,000 people who have voters registration cards go out and vote for me, let's say 100,000 go out and vote for me, we win this easy. If 30,000 go out and vote for me, we win this election easy. That's how easy it is. But the question is getting people to go out and vote, getting people to understand how important this election is. They should know. My whole thing is, my campaign is ran on, yes, that the career politician, the super voter, they vote in every election. They tend to want to vote for a career politician, which, ask me, why is that the case? I do not know for the life of me. Why would you continue voting on the same person coming and telling you he's going to fix the same problems that they haven't fixed for the last 65 years? That part I don't understand. I don't understand that. So again, here we are. In my election, you have 145,000 people. So I would say, roughly about 25,000 of those people are super voters. I need people who are sick and tired of the mess. I need people who don't traditionally vote, people who vote in a presidential election to come out and vote for me. I need young people to come out and vote. I need that group of 18 to 50, the 35, that 35 to 55 group to come out there and vote for me. We win this. And we could change, not only will we change Broward County, but we'll change the world. We will literally change the world, because it'll be a different thing. It'll be similar to what Mondani and all of them are doing. You see, I'm not going to Washington to be a regular black politician, that's going to fall in line with Hakeem Jeffrey and all them. Hakeem Jeffrey them gave me the ass to kiss when they didn't denounce Debbie Wasserman. So I'm not one of those kind that, oh, okay, I'll forgive you. I'll fall in line with everything that's going on in the Congressional Black Caucus. No. You send me there, I might don't even go to their party. How mad I am. They had a big old Congressional Black Caucus party. That's all they want to do anyway. In September, when we win, there's a strong possibility that I'm not showing up to that. I'm going to be boycotting that shit just like they boycott Trump when he get ready to go speak at the House, because I have a problem with them. I have a real problem with them. I might don't even sign up with them. You have 3 things going on in the Democratic Party. You have white folks, 4. You have the Jewish people. You have the Palestinians now. And you have black people. The black people are controlled by the Jewish people. AIPAC controlled all your black politicians. That's why they could never say anything about Debbie Wasserman. That's what it is. So all of your black congressional members and all that, they're not controlled by us. And I'll break that down why they're not controlled by us. Now you have the Palestinian people. They mounting up, getting ready to do the same thing that Jewish people are doing, have been doing with AIPAC. They mounting up, they the Mandani people. They mounting up and saying, hey, shit, we getting ready to come in because we got to fight. They're anti-Israel, anti-war, anti-all that. Then the AIPAC people are pro-Israel, pro all that. And so you got a big ass situation going on in the Democratic Party. And then you have me representing the real brothers, real black people of America. Say a lot, I'm black and I'm proud. I ain't taking no money from neither one of y'all. So you have one guy in my race that's taking money from the Mandani people. They don't like Israel. Then you got the Israel, you got Debbie and everybody, she taking money. So they fighting for this damn seat. And then you have me in the middle. I ain't got no beef with neither one of them. I ain't got no beef with AIPAC. I ain't got no beef with them. I don't have no beef with nobody. All I'm coming in there is to represent black people, my people. All that money they're spending on these damn wars need to come back to my black community and every other black community in America. Because when I ride down the street, LA, Miami, Broward, Palm Beach, you name it, I see homeless black people. So they got all this money to spend on these crazy ass wars, but everybody, so you have in the Democratic Party, you have a civil war actually going on while us black people are sitting there like this. We sitting there like looking like, because they're scared, because they need money. We don't put money in our black candidates' race. They do. And they put a lot of money in it. They put tons of money into black candidates to run against other black candidates so that those black candidates can do what? So those black candidates can vote down their line. So you got one guy in our race who's anti-Israel, like Mandani and the guy from Michigan, young black guy. He's in the race. He got damn near $1 million. They gave him almost $1 million so he can win this race. Then you got pro-Israel. Debbie has $3 million and $15 million in PAC to win this race, to control this vote. So this vote here can be a vote for anything that the people who put the money in her campaign is for. So you got this going on. The young guy ain't getting no traction because they're fairly new. The Palestinians and all of them, they're fairly new in playing the AIPAC game. But they got tons of money. All I do is go over there and say, oh yeah, I don't like Trump against Israel and all that. They gave me a boatload of money. I ain't got nothing, no. I ain't signed. That's the thing I say when I say I'm not taking any special interest group money. So these people are fighting for this seat to be able to control either missiles going over here or missiles going over there. I don't want to talk too much because they might send a missile over here. Get this motherfucker out this race here. Let it be by these two. But it's never nothing about black people. You see how that works? So we're the ones. That's why it amazes me that anybody will, it literally amazes me that anybody in their right mind will vote. And I'm not saying this because it's me. And I look at this race, if there was some other people in this race, with some common sense, I'd be like, I wouldn't be mad if they vote for that person there. Everybody in this race has special interest money, and they have something going on with some group. If there were one person in this race that didn't have something going on with one of them groups, I'd be sitting up here saying, you know what? If I lose this race, I wouldn't mind losing this race to that person. If there was somebody in this race that I thought would do the right thing for the American people, for African American people, for my congressional district, I wouldn't be in this race. I got too many other things to do. But God put me in this race. Because I every day I'm like sitting there, why the fuck am I doing this shit? This is bananas. Hey man, I'm in the third quarter of my life. I'm chilling. My son going to college. You know, he got last year in high school. That's the last one on Joseph Coat. And boy, I take this laptop. I can work from Jamaica, the Bahamas. I can go wherever. I can a big house. I can downsize this motherfucker here, and I can just be chilling, doing my movies, doing my documentaries, doing my music. Go get the yacht and just be like ride around it. I could be chilling, but no, God put me in this race. I'm like, why would you do this to me? He put me in this race. To do what? Help people. But he put me in this race already. And this race, I've already won. I've already done God's work. A large part of the work God wants me to do by getting in this race, I've done it. I've exposed the Congressional Black Caucus for who they really are. They don't represent Black people. You would have never known that if I wouldn't have got in this race, because they would have let old Debbie does District 20 would have been up in here doing District 20. Nobody would have talked about it because nobody else in this race that's going to gather the national attention and that's going to call the Congressional Black Caucus out and the Democratic Party out in the manner in which I've called them out. Think about it. Erase me out of this race. There would be no national media. I won't be sitting on CNN and all these other national networks talking about the travesty that is happening within the Democratic Party. You are trying to gerrymander and erase an African-American seat that's been held by African-American for over 30 years. And you're trying to tell me you're going to only have one African-American representative in the entire state of Florida, Black person in Congress, if Debbie wins? Really? A so-called ranking Democratic person like a Debbie comes in trying and gerrymander, be a part of the gerrymander and then erase a Black seat when she could have ran over in 22, a district that Donald Trump won by 10%, but Joe Biden won it by 5%. Could have easily went over there with your $3 million and $15 million, but no. God put me over here to expose the deficiencies within the African-American community when it comes to this Black Congressional Caucus. It's already been simmering up about how much AIPAC money we take. Now, do I oppose AIPAC or any other PAC? No, no problem with them. They can do whatever they want to do. It's their right. They fall up under the rules. If they're going to buy some niggas, that's fine. But you got to be able to be bought. You see what I'm saying? Well, they say guns don't shoot people. People shoot people. They say that. That's their argument. And I say Black politicians don't have to take that money to be controlled. You know what the old saying say? All money ain't good money. And my friends on Twitter, They want to get all sassy and jazzy. Look, you're destroying the Democratic Party. Can you be a little more eloquent with it? No, I'm not being eloquent with nothing. No. Everybody got all up in arms. Oh my God. Fucking agree with Donald Trump. When I said, hey, damn, fuck. As bad as it may seem, I gotta freaking agree with Donald Trump. They do rig elections. I'm in something that I've been in one time in my life, but I never really ran a real campaign, and they do steal votes and shit. And they stopped right there. They stopped when I said, oh, I can't believe I'm almost about to agree with Donald Trump. The worst thing in the world. They stopped right there, and nobody listened to the rest of the message. This is how crazy we are. These people play on y'all. Intelligence. They know certain things trigger you. They know certain things get to your mind. They know certain things they say. They know they can tell you what to tell you. They play the game of the propaganda machine, which is Fox, CNN, MSNBC. They play that game with y'all all day. They're like divorce lawyers. You know the divorce lawyer, when the husband hired a lawyer and the wife hired her lawyer, they go and they play fake fighting in the courtroom in the front of the judge who was a lawyer too. And all of them act like they're fighting, and you sit up there like, yeah, my lawyer, get that motherfucker. And then, yeah, get that lawyer, get her ass, take her down. Meanwhile, the meter running up, you're getting charged by the hour. Oh, by the way, you need another retainer because we got to fight that bitch. No, okay, get her. The meter is running up because two people don't want to come together and say, hey, we don't need to do all this. We don't need to pay these people right here. And the judge down with them because all of them going to go to the party together. As soon as they leave the courtroom, they're going over to Capitol Drill. Hey, Bob, you put on a great show today, huh? Yes, you did. Yeah, how you doing? All right, yeah. And the judge sitting over there, send the judge a drink. Yeah, keep this shit going on. These two dummies that we getting this money from. That's us. That's the American people. Holy, I'm the Democrat. I'm a Trumper. I'm all this here right here. We're fighting against these Democrats. The Democrats get on the TV and like, yeah, I don't like you and I hate you and all that. But then when one of them get unalive, like homeboy the other day, you see what they really all about. Oh, I worked with him so long. He was such a great guy. And you're a Democrat talking nice about a Republican. He was such a great guy. I went to his daughter's event and I went out with his kids and his wife. I love you so much. I'm so hurt for you. Meanwhile, it's like that dude that was taking down statues and shit. He was like, anything Trump said, he was like, yeah, fuck that. You know, all this, it was a part of the oppressive machine. And they'll show you. God put it in a situation where he'll show you this is what's really going on. And so I say this to say that is why I've done a large part of my work. Now, either y'all get it or you don't. Either y'all realize that the Congressional Black Caucus and the Democratic Party, it needs to be revamped, overhauled. All those people need to get thrown out, kicked out, brought in some real people. You understand the political process because I'm educating you. Like I told a family today, last night I went by the cigar bar, a white family. And they came up to me, Luther, man, we really like the fuck that you're running because I know you gonna do the right thing. You've been doing everything for the kids. I seen you grow. I seen your work and all that. This was the white family. I grew up on your music. The wife and all that. And they had the little son, Bobby. You can't hear Uncle Luke now, but when you get old enough, you're gonna be able to listen to Uncle Luke because he's a great guy. And it was like, how do we pick I was like, this is what you need to do. Do a little research before you vote for any one of these characters. And that includes me. Look at the campaign financial report. And I tell all y'all to do the same thing. Look and see who made those large donations. And then you go and Google them. Just Google those people who made those large donations. Google the PAC, who's funding those organizations. Then you'll see what that candidate is really going to be all about. Because you don't nobody gives nobody money in those large amounts because they like them. Oh, I like him. He's my friend. No, ain't nobody no friend. If you got a construction company, you're putting that money in, you expect to get all the construction jobs. And then now you go look at that development, the developmental company, the company that does the development, and you pull them up and see where they did their development at. Oh, he was one of those developers at Harlem. Oh shit, they gentrified that. Oh, he was one of those developers at Eastlake. Ooh, he was one of those developers in Liberty City. Ooh, whoa, whoa, oh, oh. I see where you going with this, boss. Says none of the donations help the state. No, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. Those donations are going to the candidates, and the candidates are repaying those politicians for their campaign donation. That is why the politician goes in there and have a meeting with them, and the developer or his group say, you got $1 billion in affordable housing development. If we play ball, if we'll dump a bunch of money into your campaign, if we're gonna get moved up to the top of the ladder to get them bids to get that money. Oh yeah. Next thing you know, he then dumps a whole bunch of money into the campaign. And then you see shit going up. You see a bid go out. You see people who look like us don't get the bid, and then you see people who don't look like us doing the work on the site. And then when the person build a building up and you see the building go up, and then you see people who are sitting at the front desk doing the qualification. They don't look like us and we ain't getting in the building. I'm just saying, I'm the opposition to all that. I'm the opposition to all that. I ain't ran by no special interest group. They ain't get me to go bomb over Baghdad. They ain't give me they're going to have a real reason. All this Ukraine money, I ain't about that Ukraine money. What that got to do with us? Russia is fighting Ukraine. And what that got to do with me? Oh, Ukraine is one of our allies. What? Okay, I believe in supporting your ally, but let somebody else support that. We done gave damn near $195 billion with a B. We done gave damn near $200 billion. Meanwhile, we got the cost of living going up here in America. See, I'm with the common sense approach. They're going to go in and Hakeem Jeffrey going to say, all black Democrats, and we're going to go and vote for the bill to give all the money to Ukraine. The Ukraine president came in and he spoke before Congress and he said he needs this money because hey, look here, man, you better handle your own fucking business. We gave you enough money already, boss. No. Luther Campbell, no. Oh, he broke rank. Oh my God. No. I need that money to go here. In the United States of America. I need that money to go to my district. Until my people in my district is okay, till my kids have tech, apprentice, better education, hey, you building their country, meanwhile your own damn country is broke down. Why am I paying to build? That sounds crazy. Why would I be paying to build somebody else's country up when I got homeless? When I got gas prices going up? Why am I even voting for a war to run my gas prices up? Really? And then you run the gas price up, the food prices go up because the trucks that need to bring the food and the produce, they got to bring that shit over here. And what happens? All that goes up. So am I really voting for the best interest of the United States of America? Oh yeah, we're going to be in a war for 5 weeks, and that's going to be over because we're so bad. And you saw the movies. We're going to blow up everything. Really? Really? Meanwhile, how many weeks has it been? Oh, hold on. Let me take my son-in-law. Hey, son-in-law, you go over there and holler at them people over there in Iran and say, look here, man. Can we talk some business, boss? We need to get this, and that. Oh, really? You ain't playing ball? Okay. Here we go. Ships are coming. Ships are coming. Hey, let me send my son-in-law over there to Venezuela. Hey, Mr. Venezuela. Son-in-law, go over there. Hey, look at me. I need y'all. And I need you to cut all off over there. What? No, speaking English. You want to play like that? Okay, we're going to take you. Come on, man. That was supposed to bring down the price of oil and gas here. All this gangster shit we did ain't brought down nothing. Meanwhile, everybody's sitting there like this. They know what's going on. Everybody getting paid. But the American people. So I'm going to go to Washington where y'all send me. And if y'all don't send me, I'm going to go find me someplace to go because they're going to take all y'all money. I'm telling you. Hey, listen, man. How can I go to Colombia? Make this make sense to me, chat. How can I go to, now I'm going to give y'all a good one. Why do you send your girlfriend to Colombia and Costa Rica and Brazil, and y'all send your girlfriend and some of y'all go over there and to get the BBLs, and the BBL cheaper over there than it is over here? Why when you go to Colombia, passport bros, and all y'all shots out to the passport bros, why would y'all go to them same countries and the cost of living is low? How's the cost of living low over there? How you can just $100, you can buy 10 people steaks and lobsters and be sitting there eating like a king, and you stand up on the castle with shit, the condominiums overlooking the city and the bright lights with a pool on the balcony, and that room is $1,000 a month. How can that be when that same room here is $5,000 a month, $3,000 for inefficiency? Something wrong here. And we ain't making that kind of money. People here in America is not making that kind of money. We're people living off living wage. They fighting about a living wage over minimum wage. Really? That's what I'm talking about. So how the hell can anybody continuously vote for these damn politicians? That's y'all. That is y'all. Y'all continuously vote for these people who come. I sit up there and go to these forums. I say, listen, just be bothering with me, right? I say, think about it. These people I'm running against, they have 65 total years of being in office. 65 total years. I got three people, 65 total years of being in office. And we're still talking about Medicare, Medicaid, SNAP, insurance reform, seniors and veterans, and affordable houses, and small business loan. When the fuck are we ever gonna get over? And y'all keep voting for these people. You got people right now, I'm gonna vote for her and I'm gonna vote for him. You're voting against your own interests. And it's not just in my district, it's everywhere else. Because the guy who don't have any money in his account and he's running and he has some good shit to say, You don't want to listen to him because he didn't send you a mailer in the house, because he didn't have a big old billboard on the block, because the guy with all the billboards, they got the billboards. Oh, he sent me a mailer. And they sent me 3 mailers. They must really love me, with the same rhetoric on there, and you don't know you getting screwed. I'm just saying. So are we broke in the pockets and broke in the brain? My daddy always told me that long time ago, man. God bless his soul. Thank you, Jesus, you gave me that kind of daddy. My daddy said, look here, man. You will always be rich in the pockets if you're rich in the brains. If you're broke in the pocket, if you're broke in the brains, you will always be broke in the pockets, because I can give you $1 million right now. If you broke in the mind, you're going to eventually spend it all and be broke in the pockets. So you have to be smart and intelligent and get into them books and know how the world works and know your history and know where you came from in order to know where you're going, and seeing the things that they're trying to do to you as they go, because they're always reinventing themselves and they're always plotting and planning against the suffering of African Americans. And we sit here today and we think we have overcome, and we haven't. Because a large part of us are broken in the brains, and they know it. They know it. They go get 5 pastors who you believe in, pay them off, and they parade, and the pastor parade the people up in the church, and you look at them, and then the other guy who you should be voting for, the pastor don't acknowledge him in the church. I've been to churches in this district and was sitting in the church and they ain't got acknowledged. Luther Campbell. Only time the acknowledgement came was when the people came out to church and I was standing outside, because I am a celebrity. They was like, you was in the church? The pastor knew you was in the church? Yeah, pastor got the message that I was in church. Oh, really? Pastor ain't not. Well, I'm tell you right now, I'm voting for you. I already see how this going. But then now when Miss Daisy and Karen come up in the church, they didn't parade Karen all the way up to the front and brought Karen up on the thing, gave Karen the microphone. Here you go, Karen. Go ahead, Miss White Lady. Lead us back to the goddamn fields. Who is it to blame? Us. Who's to blame? Us. That's why I love these young kids. I love these young kids. When they at Bethune-Cookman College, Merritt Bethune, and they brought a person to speak. I think it was the Department of Education, Secretary of the Department of Education. They sent that lady to speak to these black kids. Whatever idiot did that, and them kids got the fuck up and walked out. When are we gonna do that at church, Grandma? When are we gonna do that at church? At church. We don't have no more. We don't have no more fight in us. We just gonna roll on over and let them do what they want to do to us. We don't have no more fight. And they really doing what they want to do. They're taking our kids out on boats, and our kids ain't coming back. And they ain't putting nobody in jail. They got the coroner in that same town of Mississippi that a lot of African-American kids got unalive, and the coroner said, no, ain't nothing happened to them. No, it was no foul play. Next. When are we ever going to make a stand? Your politicians ain't doing it. Ben Crump, only one out there fighting a good fight. Ain't no more Martin Luther King and Malcolm X's. Shit, the minister, he can't get around like he used to. They've erased all your black leaders. They try to give you Al Sharpton. we have to stand on our own. You have to get on the phone and call anybody, everybody from Broward County. I'm like, the people in my congressional district, I'm like, do they really get it? Because they should be blazing up in them polls, in them precincts. I know people got a lot of things to do. I'm out there at the poll every day. I go over to the poll in Tamarack, them white people going in there. Because for 30 years, they have not had white representatives. And for the first time, they got a white person running in the race that they could be like, fuck these Negroes. We're going to get us a white lady, and she's going to do all the white lady shit for us. And she banking on that, but she's not going to get all the white people. So a lot of these white folks like me and don't like her, because the ones who are wise and aware, they know that thing is not kosher. But I don't want to bank on them. I think we should be running to the poll. I'm in the entertainment business. I go do a show. It's sold out. I go do a show sold out. I know other artists come to town. Cardi B come here, sold out. J. Cole came here. He didn't even do no advertising. Sold out. 20,000. Vibe Cartel, Sunrise, sold out. 20,000. DJ Khaled, sold out. Rick Ross, sold out. Everybody sold out. Do we have our priorities wrong? Are you going to be able to continuously afford to buy that ticket? Do we not look at our way of life? When are we going to wake the fuck up and be like, yeah, it's not about a show. It's not about the now. It is about these KIDS. See, the difference between us and them, they look at their kids and say, we have to make sure we protect the family legacy. We have to make sure little Johnny here is left something with generational wealth. And so we gonna rob Peter and rob Paul and whoever the gullible one and whoever the one that is easily to be influenced, who we can buy to get these resources to put in our pocket, in our bank account, so Johnny can have a nest egg and he could continue down the road. But no, we live for the now. We live for the BBL. I ain't saying nothing wrong with doing whatever work on your body, going to the show, going to the club, dressing up, looking good, because we're gonna do that. But but be responsible of the things that will help you be able to do that in a comfortable way. Be responsible and respectful of KIDS. What are we leaving them? We're leaving them in debt. Are we going to leave our kids in debt? Oh, my house is this and that. No, our parents did not leave us in debt. Our parents gave us a house that was paid for. Well, all we had to do was pay the damn taxes. And half of y'all, when the man knocked on the door, y'all gave the house away and sold the house, and now y'all got the damn mortgage, and y'all paying some crazy ass rent because you never saw $300,000 in your life before, when the house was worth $700,000. So now you got a boatload of money, and then you went crazy thinking you was the richest person in the world and didn't realize that wasn't enough. It's not enough. But we could do something about this. We could do something about this in this country. Take people like me. I'm a revolutionary guy. When I took my ass down there fighting in the Supreme Court for free speech, so these comedians and everybody and everything and Drewski and all the rest of them y'all call Drewski. Make sure y'all hit Drewski in his social media and blow his shit up and say, Drewski, you need to be sending a whole bunch of campaign money to Uncle Luke. because he went to Supreme Court for free speech parity in his case to allow you to do what you're doing so you can be able to make all that money you making. I'm just saying, but y'all don't do that on here because y'all ain't no rebels no more. Y'all ain't fighters. Shit like this used to happen back in the days, and we ain't even had no internet. The word got around that somebody was doing something to somebody else and whatever it was, and we got around and we said, no, not gonna happen to us. Y'all pick and choose y'all fights. Y'all want to fight Jay-Z because he fucking with Target. We don't like Jay-Z messing with Target. Now, I have a little issue with him messing with Cap. I got to talk to Jay about that. But y'all want to fight everybody when it's convenient. When you can get a click. When you get noticed. If I tweet about Jay-Z, I'm going to get noticed. But how about tweeting about your damn self? How about tweeting about the people in your neighborhood? Did we go vote? Because voting matters. Voting got our ass, not voting got our ass in this shit show right now. Everybody say, yeah, oh, I vote for Kamala. Y'all gonna fuck around and find out. Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. You let Debbie get in there, you're gonna fuck around and find out. And I'll be like this is like I was with Trump. But I voted for Kamala. Ain't on me, that's on y'all. Look, can you come help us run again? No, y'all got one shot at the money with me. I'm on vacation. Like the little babies say when they fall down and they hurt their leg, you say, are you okay? The baby say, I'm okay. I'm okay, mommy. When we gonna wake the fuck up? We could do all that stuff. We go watch the football game, we go to the park, the Chili's and all that, but handle your business. Handle your fucking business. And what is your business? All you got to do is be in the corner on a lunch break, or when you're on the way home, or before you go to work, wake up a little early. You know you ain't got to be to the job at 9 o'clock. You ain't got to be to the job at 9 o'clock. So, yeah, you got to wake up. You got to get in on the road at 8. But take your ass over there to the pool. What time you get home? I got to get the kids to the park at 6 o'clock for practice. Okay. Well, you got off at 4:30. Ride your ass to the poll. And if you know you can't do none of that, get you a mail-in ballot, which is too late now. But you're voting for your future. That is what you're doing. Because these people get in there and they're going to take advantage of you. And you can't be a part of the Me Too movement in this. Listen, man. I voted. I looked down the thing and I voted. Everybody I voted for was a new person. That is what I did. If you were a school board or a judge or whatever the hell you was, if you were somebody, I voted for all new people. I ain't voted for nobody that held the office. Because y'all are a part of the problem. Y'all are not a part of the solution. I go to these places, people. I literally go to these places. And what do? I sit up there and be talking Medicare. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go fight for Medicare, Medicaid. I'm going to fight for prescription drugs and lowering the cost of prescription drugs. I'm going there to fight for affordable housing. I'm going there to fight for small business loan money. I'm going to fight for our veterans because I think our veterans are getting treated bad at the VA, and we need to do some things. We need some I want insurance for all. SNAP benefits. I'm going to fight because they want to get rid of SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits. Y'all always change names on stuff. Like it was booty shaking, and then y'all called it twerking when the name is really booty shaking. SNAP benefits, It had about 5 different names. SNAP benefit, they're always renaming shit to continuously sell you shit. What was SNAP before? Welfare. You're on welfare. What's the difference between welfare checks and SNAP? It was welfare, name at one time. It became EBT card. It became, what else it became? It was the welfare, EBT. It was food stamps. Come on, chat. It was all kind of names. They just rename it. These are the things we're continuously fighting for. And it's, food stamps in the African American community. So you, career politician, is coming to fight for all these benefits that we need. Why do we still need these goddamn benefits? What did you do to prevent us to be able to get off of SNAP? What did you do to increase our way of living? What did you do? You did nothing. You brought people in from other parts of, from other communities, and you gave them the construction jobs. And you gave them the contracts, so you never enriched the African American community. You always kept us in poverty. But yet and still, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to go vote for you. Y'all. That's y'all. Oh, you're a Democrat. I'm good. No, I like him. Pastor brought him in the church. Pastor brought her in the church, and I like her. You better go do your own damn homework. Oh, he's a part of the union, and all the union says we're going to vote for her. Really? Really? The unions? Really? So, ain't y'all getting taken advantage of? It don't, to me, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. We create reasons to put ourselves in, keep ourselves in poverty. They burned down Black Wall Street. They burned down every Black community in America. All of our communities was thriving. They burnt them down, they tore them down, they blew them up. Okay? And we built those communities. They ran expressways through our communities. They did everything they can do, and they gentrified. Now they're gentrifying. The same thing they did when they burned down Black Wall Street and every other city in America is the same thing that they're doing right now. They're gentrifying your neighborhoods. This is all repeating itself. Meanwhile, we're sitting up here, dumb as a ball of rocks, continuously voting for the same people. What they say? Insanity is when you do the same thing over and over and over, and you expect a different outcome. So that's why God said, Luke, you're running that race. You're going to win while you're running, because you're going to expose the deficiencies, and you're going to tell people in America, and you're going to tell people in this congressional district how bad the Democratic Party is, how bad our governmental system is. You're going to explain to them how bad these career politicians are, because our quality of life is supposed to get better. It don't supposed to say, we don't supposed to be on SNAP benefits all our fucking lives. We don't supposed to be staying in government projects all our lives. We don't supposed to have bad education all our lives. We supposed to trend up. They blew us, they took us down, and they kept us here, and they got their feet on our neck to continue. So as a few of us get out of there. As a few of us get out the bucket. And then they teach us to hate one another. They teach us to unalive one another and think that's cute. And then nobody never goes to jail. There's no consequences for us unalive. So that is the vicious cycle that they put us in. That's why, hey, look, man, I already won in this race. I've exposed a lot of things that we did not know if I did not run. Because trust me, I was one of them dumbass black folks, blue no matter who, running around thinking the Democratic Party was all for us and all this. I would be arguing with people, fighting with people, cussing people out, telling people, calling them everything but the child of God. But right now, I know I am woke. And woke in my vocabulary means I am up. I see it coming a mile away. I am coherent. I see what you're doing and how you're doing it and why you're doing it. So I am here to be running in this race to let you know that is what it is. You got a race right down the street, Congressional District 24. Whole bunch of black people in that race. You got members of the Congressional Black Caucus endorsing a young man who never held a seat in his life. No disrespect to him. I know his dad, I know his grandma and all them, but you're endorsing somebody in a black race, but you're not endorsing a black person in a race where a white woman is trying to take away black representation because she's a Democrat. Well, y'all better pray that I win, because I will not be a Democrat when this race is over with. I'm sorry. I will not be a part of this insanity. And I'm here to tell you, write that down, video it, put it on the thing, replay it, do whatever y'all want to do, stream it, put it on your blog or whatever it may be. You got it. Luther, you need to be more nicer. I'm not being nice because I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm not being cordial because there ain't no time to be cordial. When you be cordial and nice and politically correct and all that, y'all don't listen to that. Half of y'all run out there and voted for Trump because Trump was Trump. Oh, he wanted us. He gonna tell it like it is. Soon as Luther tell it like it is, Luther, can you be a little more nicer and cordial? No, I'm Luther Campbell. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm the one who fought all the way to the Supreme Court for free speech, so I can tell it like it damn it is. If it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. And you can bet your sweet ass I'm going to call it a duck. Now, if you choose not to vote for me because you want me to be nice and cordial and all that, that's fine. Get the nice and cordial guy who they push over all the time, and then 30 years from now, they'll still be talking about we're trying to protect Medicare, Medicaid, and SNAP benefits. And our kids run around the community unaliving each other, and the ones who do go to college, we can't even control. They put a full force attack on us. And we had nothing to say about these people labeling us DEI. Your child finished at the top of their class. Your child finished at the top of his class, his or her class. Come out of college, can't get a good job because we can't hire her. We know she's at the top of her class. We know she's the smartest person in the country, but we can't hire her because they're going to say it's DEI. In the government, we get government contracts, and the government doesn't. They'll fine us. They'll take our government funding because we have a black person. That's what they did. And these people sat there and let that shit happen. Oh, we have problem messaging. No, them people created a whole thing. They took away the black history, and y'all sitting up there allowing that to happen. They don't respect nobody in there. In order for you to get respect, you got to carry yourself in a respectful way. If they know that you are controlled by a pack, and the pack is controlled and owned by a different religion and some white people, and you go mosey your ass up there talking that cash money shit about, oh, y'all ain't gonna be calling us DEI. We gonna call y'all something. They said, no, you better shut up before I call the person who control your pack to tell you to shut the fuck up. Okay, I want to keep my job. I need to be a career politician because the law firm is only my law firm, and they never gave me a job at the major law firm like they gave my counterparts. So I'll be quiet so I can walk back into my community and say, I made it. I'm a congressman. I made it. The people on their watch, them people took away black representation, and they on their watch, they're allowing a woman to run in this race to erase another black representative seat. That is asinine. That is disrespect. They better pray to God I don't go to Washington. They better pray to God that them people in Congressional District 20 don't bring me up there, because I'm going to tell you, it's going to be guns blazing up in that bitch. The nigga is here. Say hello to the brother. Okay, let's have a Mr. Campbell. They all gonna be running away from me like I'm the blue blind plague, because I'm not an elitist. I'm not a part of the boule. I'm not a part of the hule. I'm not a part of none of them little sexy groups. I'm a part of the silent majority. Real black people. I'm you people. I'm just saying. Y'all might want to do the right thing right now. Go do a campaign contribution. I'm gonna need about another couple 100,000 for the rest of this week to fight these people. And they're gonna come after me. Because I take $5. I'm just saying. When are we going to start thinking about each other? When are people going to think about us? When are people going to think about the good people of the black community? I got 20% white folks in my district, and I went into their forums and told them in their hat, I'm not going to bullshit y'all. I'm here to support black people. No, I'm not going to come up here and say, I'm going to be the congressman for all people. Yes, I'm going to be that. And then I'm going to go to the black community and say, I'm just going to be the boss for all people. I'm going to be the congressman for all people. I just want y'all to know. Meanwhile, when you say that code word, mean you ain't finna do nothing for black people. You're catering to white people. No, hey, look, I'll go in the room and tell them. They say, oh my God. Hey, look at all y'all white people up in here. I'm going in there. Hey, look at, man, y'all can respect me or you don't. I'm going to be the congressman for the black community, because the black community has been deprived of the resources and things that y'all have right here in the white community. I respect what y'all have going on. I will come over here and meet with you all and get you all some resources. Yes, I will. But my priority is the black community, who has been disenfranchised, who has been oppressed, and who have been treated like shit and has no resources because they have bad representation. And I'm not apologizing for anything. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not the guy who get the job at the corporation and then go up there and speak up and before the whole group of people and say, oh, and where all the brothers and shit. God damn, they finally gave a brother the head of the department. He the president of the company and all that. He gets up there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am the president for all people. Bush ain't did that. Bush went in there and took care of his people. Trump went in there and took care of his people. Reagan took care of his people. Every one of these white presidents, every one of these white mayors, Hispanic, they take care of their people, which I respect that. That's why, for the life of me, I'm still trying to figure out, how are y'all even going to vote for a white lady? You think she ain't finna take care of her people? Duh. I know you all. I know the community. You know the community. You've never been in the community. You represented people who own $1 million houses. You had no business coming in there. No congressman or woman goes into another congressman or woman district and do shit. So how are you sitting up here? How are these people sitting there listening to this shit? It's like, I'm going to go over there in Jared Moskowitz's district and start doing shit. I'm going to go down there in 24 and be the congressman for 24. I'm going to go to 22 and be the congressman. No, you're going to be the congressman. You got enough issues to deal with in your own district. So for the life of me, how in the hell do I know these people? And then the lady go get a picture of her and Alcee Hastings sitting up there. That man over there rolling his grave. You using this picture. And then they go around the corner and just really do it. Go find the man, 85-year-old mama or somebody. These people, I always wanted to go to Spoon Restaurant. Unfortunately, I would never go there. That's our headquarters. I wanted to go there so bad. I wanted to go to Spoon Restaurant. But they say they got great breakfast. Y'all go there. Support Black business. I can't. That's our headquarters. She do all her business over there. I'm just saying, man, I'm running in a race. God put me in. I've already won because I already exposed deficiencies within the party. We're running a great race. I'm enjoying myself. Let me tell you something, man. I go out there to the polls and the knocking on the doors was one thing for me. But now going to the polls and seeing people come up, drive up, not enough of y'all, drive up and they see me, hey, how you doing? And then I met one lady, she voted, and I know she didn't vote for me because she came out and she looked as sad. And she was looking like, Mr. Campbell, can I talk to you? What she was asking me after she came out was what she should have asked me when she went in. So why are you running? And I explained to her why I'm running. Oh, okay. What are some of the things you're going to do? These are some of the things. How are you going to get some of those things done? These are how I'm going to get some of those things done. And the lady, when I was telling her, she got sadder and sadder. It was like, I just went in there and made the biggest mistake of my life. And then I ended off by explaining to her how serious this election is. This election is about your life. And if you don't believe me, look, the same thing happened in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee was held by Gerald Ford, and then Gerald Ford Jr. held the seat. He left. Then after he left, then there was a crowded field of Black people running, and then a Jewish guy came in, Steve Cohen. The Black people split the vote. Steve Cohen eventually ended up winning the seat. And at the time, Gerald Ford and senior were congressmen and women. They never had over 160 murders. Right now, they're 385 with a damn AI plant polluting the neighborhood and the community. That's the shit that happened. And crime, and LeBron James on TV talking bad about, and I love Memphis. Memphis got some great people. But that's what they do. When they want to gentrify, what do? Where's the money? Let's talk about this. Where's the money in any community? The money is always in the Black community. The federal money is always in the Black community. Do they need money to build on Star Island or these multi-million-dollar, these $5 million houses? Do they need money to build in those communities? Is the government funding those houses and their buildings and their structure and their high-end 5-star shopping malls? Who's doing that? They're doing that. And you say to yourself, who lives in these houses? Where do they get this money to do this? Where do they get the money? The Black community. Because the Black community is the cash cow. Black community always need affordable housing. There's always $1 billion in federal funds for affordable housing in the Black community. That's just made one of them who live in them big ass houses $1 billion worth of affordable housing. Who live in these houses over here? They ain't no football players. Ain't no NFL team owners. Who live in these houses? $1 billion for affordable housing. But $5 billion to expand the port. $250 million in small business loans. Money, not loans. Another $250 million for my entertainment tax credit and a entertainment tax credit of 50% to film here in my district. Another $150 million for my apprentice and my tech program for all my students in schools. Who would normally get that money? Who would normally get the money to build the affordable houses? Who would normally get the money to rebuild the port, to expand the port, the $5 billion? Them people who live in them damn houses. They're the ones get the money from the Black community. When they go to the federal government and say, we need more resources to go to our police departments, and they go lobby the congressman and say, we need money out the budget because we need to fund our police department. Why do they get funded for the police department? They have to make a case for the money. Because we have all this fucking crime here in the Black community. We need all these special guns. We need all these special cameras. We need all these special cars. We need all these special tanks. We need you to put X amount of federal funding in our police department. Because we have this type of crime. Have you ever rode in one of the rich neighborhoods to see what their police cars look like? They don't get resources for their police department because they have no crime. I'm just telling y'all how this shit goes. I'm telling y'all, how do you gentrify a neighborhood? Allowing crime to go up, and you sell Big Mama house. Fuck this. I got to sell Big Mama house. I got my daughter in here. I got my daughter in here. I got my wife in here. We went to college. We came back. She's from somewhere, and I'm from here. And we got Big Mama house, and we trying to raise our family in the house that we have. We don't have no mortgage. We just got to pay the taxes and keep the house up and all that there. People knocking on our door every week talking about, hey, you want to sell? We got cash. You got cash? My friend, we got cash. And then crime going up and down the street. They put a hood house next to you, knowing they selling everything but the child of God up out of there. And you done call the police and say, police, they over there in the house over there doing all kind of things. Police go over there and say, hey, how you doing? Because he in the roll call at the police department, nobody's saying nothing about, hey, man, go shut these houses down. I'll call HUD up and say, HUD, they're selling all kind of shit out the house because it's governmental house. So they let the crime go crazy and then sell low. And once Julio Raimundo and Gladys and Karen buy enough of these houses and these properties in here, they build them up. They take your house, redevelop it, sit on it. And what do? They don't rent it to nobody look like you, my friend. They buy a Big Mama house and they rent Big Mama house to Julio Raimundo. And so all of the houses on your block, when you go ride back through your neighborhood, once the Julio Raimundo and the white people that moved into all them houses that they didn't purchase because they're not going to rent back to a black person. That's not a part of the plan. Renting back to a black person is going to keep the value of the community down, in their opinion. I'm trying to tell y'all. I got till Tuesday. You're going to send me to Congress and I'm going to work for you. Are you not? I'm going to, like the baby said, I'm going to be okay. I got several businesses. I'm going to do my thing. I'll be doing podcasts, and man, I ain't gonna be sitting up. I ain't gonna rain on your parade. I ain't gonna be like, oh, fuck around and find out, do you? I'm just saying. Go play my song. But they said I'm not a politician. Go play my song. Yep. Bro, you became a politician when you did Pan in the USA. Yep. You're right. You're definitely right. Go look at my song. Listen to my song. He's right. He's right. I was a politician when I was a kid. My uncle and my daddy taught me politics. Go listen to that song. I was at the poll at the African American Library. And one of the poll workers working for a judge candidate, he played the song, Band in the USA. I'm glad you brought that up. He played that song at the poll. He said, man, everything you saying in this thing. And all the poll workers, now mind you, they had to been listening to the song before I got there. They were like, this is wow. Everything you were saying right here in this song. And it was 1994 or 94. It was like everything you said in this song right here is what's happening right now today. You said this, you sung about this. Go listen to Band in the USA. I did the song. I talked about right wingers, left wingers. Go listen to that song, Band in the USA. Hear the lyrics in that particular song. They want to talk about, I'm not experienced. I never chose to run for office. I ran like special election. I was just gathering up a group of voters. This is real election. And I'm here to tell you all, we're going to change the world. That's why I'm really, it's happening. It's happening. But I need more people to go to the polls, and I need more people to make campaign contributions because I need to hire more people. I don't want to buy this election. I refuse. I said to myself, Luke, you're not going to use your own money in this campaign. And because if you use your own money, then you'll be essentially buying the election. This is the people's seat, and the people need to make the campaign contribution to this race. And the more the people put into this campaign, the better our chances of winning. Just that simple. I'm out there doing, y'all see me. I'm going hard in the paint. My celebrity friends, they now got the message that they need to be making some endorsements. They're doing their little part, which is good. I'm all on the Breakfast Club. They brought me on. I'm doing podcasts. I'm doing interviews. I'm the underdog. No doubt about it. Straight underdog. With the name recognition. They're getting ready to start getting dirty. They're actually starting getting dirty in this race. Yeah. I can't make it up. Look at this. This is what came out against one of the candidates in the race. One of the career politicians. They just put this out. Now, mind you, the race had not been dirty up until this point, but they got him. Did everybody in the race know of all this? Yes, we did. I choose not to engage into this. But look what they just did to him. Scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal. And if you saw the text that came with this, talked about his kids going to jail for scandals and all kind of things. Yeah, this is a candidate that's running in my race. So you got him, the career politician. The other person in my race is Sheila Shepard McCormick, who was found guilty of 27 counts. She was found guilty 25 counts out of 27 by Congress, and then she resigned, and she has a for ethics violations, 25 ethics violations, guilty, and she has a federal indictment. Her and everybody in her family and the whole staff. So I'm running against her and him. And they say, oh, somebody needs to get out of the race. Knowing all this, when you get into a race with your opponent, you know all this. So I'm running against him and her. She beat him by 70% in the last time they ran. Sheila, the lady who was found guilty, who had to resign. She beat him by 70%. So you got this guy and the lady who was found guilty, who has a federal indictment. Those two black people running in this race with me and the white woman. And you got the young guy. He hates Israel, and he hates Israel, and he's 27 years old, and I don't know if he got a car, and he's a substitute teacher. And then there's Debbie. Those are the people I'm running against. These are the people I'm running against. What's the dog? These are the people I'm running against, Glow. And they're like, oh, y'all need to go in the room and one of y'all need to come out and be the clear candidate. And I'm like, I'm the clear candidate here. You got the 27-year-old and you got the scandal former mayor, and you got scandal Congress lady. Y'all need to go sit y'all ass down. Let me run against Debbie Head Up. So my thing is these. I wonder who put this out. I didn't put this out. I don't have the money to go put shit like this out. Send no mailers like this out. Can you believe this? These are the people I'm running against. These are the people who are going to get votes to continue doing what the hell they've been doing. I can't make this up, people. This guy is a candidate in the race. It is. One of the opponents put this out on him, which, in my opinion, all of this stuff is true. You know, look it up. I knew all this stuff was true. That's why I would tell him. He would be like, Luke, can you get out the race? Man, let me run against him. I'm like, bro, there's not too many people like you. You just got beat by Sheila by 70% in the last election. What makes you special. Well, you know, bro, you need to go sit the fuck down. Real talk. You need to go sit down and be a lobbyist or something. Go sit down, bruh. You done had your time. You got too much baggage. You're coming with baggage. What you trying to do? Go to Congress to do what? Voila. One of the candidates go put this all out. This is the guy, one of the guys I'm running against. They come tell me, oh, you should get out the race and let Dale run. Really? Really? So I'm going to get out of the race for this. To go ahead and no Vaseline the rest of the community. I've been, bro, I did all this, I did. Man, come on, man. Child, please. I always said, take me in the room. If there's somebody in the room, I know y'all can't see this on TikTok, I'm sorry. Take me in the room. If there's somebody in here worthy enough who, I'm going in the room, I done did my research on everybody. You, Sheila, you just resigned from Congress. You got an indictment. You were found guilty on 25 of the 27 counts. You need to go sit down. You, Dale, all this shit right here, you sitting up there, it needs to be me running against Debbie. You got all this stuff going on. You need to go sit your ass down. Okay, hey, young man, you inspire. You know what I'm going to do for the young guy? Hey, young fella, you can come with me. I will take you to Washington with me, and I'll groom you up to be to take this seat, because I ain't gonna do it for 6 years at the most. 5, yeah, 6 at the most. I'm not gonna be up in there wheeling me in no wheelchair. Oh no, Poppy. I like getting on the stage. These are the people they put me in the room with. These are the people they told me to run. Oh, Luther, you need to get out. These are the people they're giving money to in their campaign. She is. She is. I can't make this shit up. That's the experience y'all want. They said we need people with experience. That's the experience y'all want. Charlie Friedman. You're right. Need to go sit down. That's my good friend, Charles Friedman, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to do something right here. I need you all. This guy, Charlie Friedman, y'all see me in the video on the us on the video. When you look at the show with what's the damn show? I got a brain freeze. Where I'm on there arguing, Phil Donahue show, where I'm on there arguing with the other guy, and Charles Friedman, the other black guy on the panel, sitting there. Charles Friedman, this guy here, he was the one who sold the record. Nasty as they want to be. In Broward County, the district I'm running for. He sold the record in Broward County, and Chef Nick Navarro went and put him in jail. I saw it on the news. Charles Friedman, they told him, we're going to put you in jail for selling this record. He's a rebel. Oh, fuck that. Y'all just going to put me in jail. And they put him in jail. That's the short version of the story. Because the record was deemed obscene, is what I explained on the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club interview, y'all might need to go look at that. I hate my hair. I'm like, I'm throwing that hair clean in the garbage. My hair was looking all wrinkly and shit like they had just got me off the block. But yeah, Charles Friedman sold the record and a rebel, a guy who I clearly respect. And through this run, I got to go see him again. I went to his church, Mount Olive. I went to his church, Mount Olive. He invited me to his church. I went there. No hoopla, no nothing. I didn't want to get on no microphone, nothing. I just wanted to come there, support the church, and holler at him. And I got to meet his wife, his grandkids. Such a beautiful moment. It's like full circle. It's like full circle. He fought alongside me. He incurred legal fees because he had to defend himself because he sold a record that he didn't feel that was obscene. Not too many people got balls like that. If we had those type of cojones right now, today, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in right now. And that's what it's going to take in this election. It's going to take balls not to vote for these people and these career politicians who you know what they do and vote for somebody who's going to do the right thing. I only have one thing to do. I was sitting in a meeting today. I can't tell you where I was sitting in a meeting at, but I was sitting in probably one of the most powerful meetings. Now, I sit in a room with some powerful people, right? Today was some very powerful people, right? So I normally sit in a room with very powerful people, and as a Miamian, I take the power move and the power plug, and I insert it into the community I came from, right? That's why the community I came from have so many things and bells and whistles in my programs and all that. I'm now inserted into the community I live in, where I've been living for 15 years, and that is who I'm serving right now because everything I built is okay. The parks that I built, they're okay. They're running and functioning real well. The high school, it's okay. They got a brand new stadium. My other park, we get funding. We're okay. Now I'm in this Congressional District 20, where God sent me, because I'm only sent by God, and I get to go around to the parks, talk to the kids, talk to the people. I know a lot of the coaches already because in the coaches circle it's kind of tight. I need to go to some of these practices and all that, but I'm running now. So I get to go to the parks and see the things that we have at my park that I rebuilt. And I look into the parks in my district and I say, oh, y'all don't have this. Y'all ain't getting this. Y'all don't have that. So I see so many things that I'm capable of doing for the programs that I've already done the work. And I'm done with my, hey, look, I'll continue supporting my program that I founded, and my name is on it. I'm the president. But my focus is on doing the work in Congressional District 20. And as I go ride around and talk to people, I see where I can insert myself, and I see the things that I can do in this district that hasn't been done. I'm like, y'all, you know how you go to somebody's house and be like, oh, you ain't using this? Man, you use this, it'll make your situation better. And then, you know, you bond and you build and you be like, oh, you doing it like that? Oh, shit, you can save a lot of money by doing it like this. Not Geico. Oh, man, you could. So I sat in a meeting today for the first time. I sat in a meeting today with some very, very powerful people. And they were like, this is what we want to do for the community. Okay. And Luther, tell us the things that we can do with you for the community. Now, mind you, this ain't no congressman conversation. This was because of my relationship and knowing that I do work for the kids, for the community, for people. And there's like these powerful people sitting up there, multi-billion-dollar corporations, knowing that I just came from Broward County Congressional District 20. And I rode around and I know some of the improvements that I know I can do because I got the fucking experience. I've done it already. And nobody in this race has done the things that I've done and don't even have the knowledge or the will or even how to do it. Because when you do something and you build something, yeah, you go through some rocky roads of it. It's education while you're doing it, but then you finish it and you say, damn, if I do it, that I learned how to do this. But I got it done. So I'm looking at my district. I'm like, okay, I just this. So for the first time, I sat up in the room and I say, yes. When it's time for me to open my mouth, yeah, we're going to do this project right here first in Broward County for the first time in my life, because that's what I'm all about. I could easily say, yes, we're going to do this here in Miami, where I'm from, where I normally do. I know we're going to do this in Broward County. We're going to introduce this to the community which I represent, because my job is to give back. Because this guy Freeman on here, Freeman stood on the door. The jury was from Broward County. They stood on the table for me. They stood on the table for the culture. They stood on the table for hip hop, and they acquitted me and Freeman. And they overturned, nasty as they want to be, in the federal court, so all these rappers could say what the fuck they saying on the record right now. That happened in Broward County. I never repaid these people back for that until right now. That is the whole sole purpose of me running in this race. I live here in this county, and for me not to, I do shit like that. When I discovered Pitbull, it wasn't because, oh, okay, I found a good rapper. No, it was because I cannot be a full-fledged record company and not have a Cuban rapper coming from South Florida. Wow, they got Fat Joe and Big Pun. That's the type of dude I am. I felt like I could not say that I'm a real record company without having an R&B group. So I went all over the world and I found H-Town. And you know how I found H-Town? It was a guy from Broward County. Lorenzo White is the person who discovered H-Town when he was playing for the Houston Oilers. He's right out there to Mills Pond Park. Lorenzo White played for Michigan State, a legend in Broward County football, went to the Houston Oilers, playing for Houston Oilers, and he was my friend. And I went to his football game in Houston, came out the tunnel, we hopped in the car, we went to go have dinner. The next day, he's supposed to take me to the airport. He said, man, I want you to hear this group. These young boys been calling me up, man. I know this other dude who I vibe with around here. They know you know me, and I need you to hear this group. Low White, I gotta catch that plane. I'm gonna lose. Man, you gonna make the flight. Low White made me miss my flight. And he took me around the corner to meet H-Town. And the kids started singing right in the front of their house in the projects. I went in the house and I saw how they was living. And I said, yes, nobody should be living like this. I bought 2 houses. I bought 2 brothers and the other kid. I bought 2 houses, not knowing these kids were going to be successful, not knowing they were going to sell no records. It was just a mere fact that I said, nobody should be living like this. Then I brought them down here to record them. They'd never been on an airplane in their life. They got off the plane. They came to the house. I looked at them. They had holes in their shoes. Literally holes in their shoes. I immediately told my security guy, take these kids to the mall and buy them some clothes. Not knowing that they're going to make 9 times 10, you get an artist, you shoot, that don't happen overnight. where you just, they all of a sudden be successful. That was the story of them. So my work in Congressional District 20 in Broward County, I owe this district. I owe these people here for a large part of my career and my life. That's why I'm friends with Ron, made friends with DUI, friends with all these guys. All my homeboys are from there. But I always did things for my community, and now this is the county I live in. So when I'm sitting in this meeting today, I say, yeah, we're going to do that first in Broward County. And it dawned on me, that was the first time, it was the beginning of what is going to happen moving forward. I met people along the way, along this campaign. I met some beautiful people that I know I can help. Win, lose, or draw, I'm going back to help them people. If the community say, no, we don't want you to be our representative, those people I came in contact with, oh, trust me. I told them, look, I promise that I'm going to come back and help you because I know where I can help you at. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do what I have to do and continue doing the things that I need to do in the county in which I live in. Yeah. That's just me. That's how I operate. I'm giving my resources and my plugs and connect. This deal that I'm getting ready to go do over here, if I wasn't in this race and my race didn't end on Tuesday, and I'm not saying this, I'm going to do this regardless. I'm going to do this deal regardless for the people of Broward County and several other deals, multi-million-dollar deals for the community, for the kids of this community. They be like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah, that's what I do. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my show. Shouts out to my man, Charles Freeman. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you for being here, my brother. And thank you for being a good friend. Thank you for being a guy who found God, Jesus Christ. Thank you for being the guy who's in the church right now. And I really, really, and I say this in a public way, I really, really appreciate you standing 10 toes down for us and the music. And I'm telling you, people, this is only the beginning. It's only the beginning. We're God sent. He sends me in these places. Man, I ain't got to go have a conversation with this man. He sends me in these places to do the work. So I sat there today with these powerful people and they say, well, where are we going to do this at, Luke? I say, Broward County. That's what we're going to do it first. It was like, okay, Broward County it is. Let's go. We're going to do it over here first. And then we're going to, because my thing is serving the entire community. We're going to do it over here first. And then we're going to, but we're doing it here. We're going to cut, I did a deal, and I said in my commercial, $50 million for Miami-Dade County Public Schools. With Adidas. Y'all see me with this Adidas stuff on all the time. I'm represented by them. And I tell them, hey, look, these are things I want to do. I want all kids in the district to have uniforms and all kids to have this and do a deal with the entire district. And then we're going to put some mechanisms in place where the schools can make money off of the apparel that they sell and put in the Dick's Sporting Goods and all that, and they'll still make money off of things that they sell. They have a real brand and licensing deal similar to colleges and universities, and that's what you have. I created all that. Those are the things I do. I love doing it. How much money did I make off of that deal? $0. I made $0. The average consultant firm, or the firm who creates a package like that, normally gets 20 to 30% of the actual deal. 0, because I do shit for my kids and my community. So it's gonna be a beautiful movie. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for being on the show today. Hey, I'll be at the polls tomorrow. I'll be on Sistrunk, African American Library. I'll be over at the library in Tamarack. I'll be down in Pompano. I'm gonna go all the polls, go to my social media page. I'm gonna post my schedule and the times that I want. I want to see y'all. I want to see y'all come to the polls. And if you want to volunteer for the campaign, you want to be a volunteer to come help out, hey, go to my website, Luther Campbell for Congress. Sign up to be a volunteer. Or if somebody don't get back to you real quick, just go ahead and email me directly. Email me directly, Luther Campbell, the number 4, Congress@gmail.com. That's my direct email address. If nobody contact, go to Luther Campbell, the number 4, Congress@gmail.com. Become a volunteer. Come on out there. We're going to give you a shirt. We're going to give you some water. You're going to go out there. We're going to pound the pavement. But if not, just when you come, holler at me. We're having fun. I'm having fun at the polls. You should see little Debbie at the polls. She be looking at me like this. Little Debbie be looking at me like this. Did y'all see me on the Breakfast Club? Y'all had to see me on the Breakfast Club. Come on, man. Here's a little clip of me on the Breakfast Club. Check this clip out. When I went on this run, I'm like, okay, shit, I know all these artists, who I paid the way for. They gonna dump some money in this campaign because now we're taking on a whole nother fight. And then it's like, no.
They scared that it'll come out publicly, though.
They don't know.
They don't know.
I don't think they know.
They don't know. If you haven't read Uncle Luke's book,
they don't
or know the history, you don't.
Yeah, most people don't know. They don't know the history, but in that segment of the show, I was talking about, I thought all these artists was going to come and make campaign donations. I thought a whole bunch of them was going to jump on the campaign donation. A few of them did. Ben Crump did. Ludacris did. Khaled, Rick Ross, Trick Daddy, Trina. A lot of these other ones didn't. I'm asking some of them for drops right now. Can't find them. They get missing. Because everybody's scared that by supporting me, a Democrat, that's going to affect their Trump money. I'm just giving it a buck. This was my fundraising list. Right here. Before I got into this campaign, I did this. I created a whole list of people that I thought could give $3,500. Khaled, Pitbull, Stan the Man, 35 it was plus, Flo Rida, E-Class, Big Teach, Shane, Mike Gardner, Jervis, Wendell Haskin, Armando Gutierrez, Francis Suarez, my friend, the mayor, he ain't gave me shit, former mayor of Miami, Eric, LeBron James Group, Swirl Films, Eric, Abdul, he said, I support Trump. The Funk Fest guy, who I give these discount rates, he ain't getting no more discount rates. Charge his ass up the yin yang. Yeah, here we go. Where am I at here? Okay. Moskowitz, one of my accountants. Trick Daddy, straight. David Grutman, supposed to meet with him. Scarface, good. T.I., I ain't gonna. Some more. Nat Moore gave good. Gray Street, straight. Mike Gardner did a fundraiser, came through. I'm just saying. Armando, my cigar bar, came through, did a fundraiser. Pat from Orlando did a bunch of shows with Vaughn Wilson, Scott Coswell, Jeff Sanchez, Rohan Mali, Devontae Friedman, all my football players. So it came up with a modest, like $1.5 million. These guys could afford it. I ain't gonna tell y'all who didn't do nothing. But it's okay. Because, again, you learn, you live and you learn. Daddy always say that. You live and you learn. I'm gonna take this phone, right? Because all these people, you would think this, when you give to a campaign, the money goes into the campaign so you can win the race. So you can buy commercials, you can buy flyers, you pay staff, you pay all this shit. You got to have enough money to be able to win the race. But we're going to win this shit anyway, right? Because they told me I needed a whole bunch of money to start Luke Records, and I did. And everybody on this list profited from it. Everybody became millionaires from it. So I don't worry about I always overcome the odds. And like I said, I already won. We already won. So I say that to say this. It's a beautiful day. Let's run another clip from the Breakfast Club. Every explicit record could have, wow, because the precedent would have been set in a federal court. Yeah. And then I actually, when they deemed the record obscene, I went right down the street and did a show. I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna go right down the street and do a show. And the crazy part about all of it, everything happened in this district that I'm running from. And so I really never repaid the people of Broward County for acquitting me on all those cases and creating, those juries of my peers.
Mm-hmm. And if you win, what's something you'll refuse to become? Because, Washington has a way of changing people.
We were doing a robocall, and it was a lady that got on the phone, was like, y'all go in good, but then you come out bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. I'm like, no. See, that's the thing. The difference in our politicians are, most of them are looking for a job. And that's why we're easy to be influenced. That's why, these special interest groups will go and identify individuals looking for a job, and then they prop them up, put a bunch of money in their campaign, buy a bunch of advertising, and you end up getting the wrong guy. When I go in, my job is one thing, is to bring money to my congressional district. For my plan is to go find the individuals in the community and have them employ kids and adults in the community, so that brings resources back into the community, other than going to get, Julio Raimundo, and Julio Raimundo is coming up building the buildings, and the money is going back to him and his family. So everything about my plan is about bringing resources back, but employing and helping people. See what I'm saying? If I get on a national stage and say that, that's what I'm really all about. But that's my show, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you all. I've been on here too long. I was supposed to only be on here an hour. I've been on here for 2 hours. I don't know why I've been on here talking to y'all for 2 hours. I don't like y'all anyway. 2 hours got me on here.
Taking that fight to Congress. He knows people are tired of the same career politicians making the same promises while the cost of living continues to rise and working families struggle to get ahead. Luther Campbell isn't a career politician. He's a businessman, an entrepreneur, and a proven advocate who fought all the way to the United States Supreme Court to defend free speech. And he won. Now, he's asking the people of Broward County to send him to Washington, where he'll fight to protect Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid for seniors. He'll work to create a federal homeowners insurance subsidy to help families stay in their homes. He believes America's tax dollars should prioritize American communities. He wants to bring those federal resources back home to Congressional District 20 and create opportunity for the people who need it most. He isn't asking for a career in politics. He's asking for the opportunity to fight for the people of Broward County in Congress.
I am Luther, Uncle Luke Campbell. Send me to Congress, and I promise you, I'll fight for you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my... Thank you all for tuning in, wherever you're at, around the world and around the country. Thank you all for everybody that's on Facebook, everybody on YouTube, everybody on Twitch, and everybody on X, and everybody on Instagram. I want to thank you guys for joining us today. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the show. If you want to look at any archives of the show, go to YouTube, my YouTube page, Uncle Luke TV, and you can pull up any archives of the show. It's long run. I want you guys to make sure you go to my website, www.luthercampbellforcongress.com. Go in there, be a volunteer, make a campaign donation or whatever it may be. But I'll be at all the polls tomorrow. So I'll be going live a little bit from the polls. I'll be posting where I'll be at. I want to see you. Come holler at me. You know, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful time in America right now today. So in the words of Walter Cronkite, may the good news be yours. And don't you have something to say about Broward County?
The next great congressman from the state of Florida, and his name will be Luther Campbell.
I'm civil rights attorney Ben Crump, often referred to as Black America's Attorney General. I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, went to high school at South Plantation High School. My dad still lives in Parkway. We want to make sure we have a strong advocate from our community who understands our culture to go fight for us in the United States Congress. So make sure you go vote for Uncle Luke Campbell for Congress on August 18th.